Today is a day of celebration, it's a day of happiness, it's a day of love. Probably one of the most important days in Louis and Jennifer's lives is happening right now with all of us here. Thank you all for being here this afternoon to show your love and support. Louis, do you come here today of your own free will and without hesitation to become Jennifer's husband?
I do.
Jennifer, do you come here today of your own free will and without hesitation to become Louis's wife? Louis, Jennifer, many of your friends and family members are present today to celebrate your marriage. It's also important to remember and honor your family members who have passed on and unable to be by your side. Each one has played a unique role in your lives and will always remain a part of your history. When a loved one becomes a memory, that memory becomes a treasure. Louis, we want to honor and remember your mother, Eloise. Your mother's love for you began the day you were born. Jennifer, we remember your stepfather, Thomas. You're honoring him today and keeping him close with the impression of his thumbprint attached to your bouquet. Take comfort in knowing that both of them are looking on you today with love. Have one more. Let us pray. Lord, we ask that you deepen the lives of Louis and Jennifer. May their relationship continue to grow in the years to come. Whatever changes time may bring, let this wedding ceremony remain as a treasured memory and a guide to life. May they always experience that breathless wonder that says, out of this entire world, you have chosen me. When life is done and the sun is setting, may they be found then, as now, still in love and still thankful for each other. Amen. Marriage can be ugly. You see the absolute worst in someone. You see them when they're mad, sad, being stubborn. When they're being so unlovable, they make you scream. But you also get to see them when they're laughing so hard that tears run down their face and they make those weird gargling noises. You see them at 3 a.m. when the world is sleeping, except the two of you, and you're eating in the middle of the kitchen floor. You get to see the side of them that no one else does. And it's not always pretty. It's snorting while laughing. It's the tears when it feels like all crashing down. It's the random dances. It's the anger and the joy. Marriage isn't always a beautiful thing, but it is amazing. It's knowing that someone loves you so much and won't leave you even though you've said something nasty. It's having someone to have your back no matter what. It's fights over stupid things, like someone not doing the dishes or picking up after themselves. If I get home. And it's those nights you fall asleep in each other's arms, feeling like there will never be enough time with them. It's rubbing their back when they're sick. Marriage is the hardest, most rewarding job there is, because at the end of the day, you get to crawl into bed with your best friend, the weirdest, most annoying, goofy, perfect person you know. I had the true pleasure of sitting down with the two of you on a couple of occasions to talk about your wedding, make plans for today. You thought we were just chatting. I was actually observing you as a couple. And here's my takeaway. There was a kindness, peacefulness, and a tone of admiration for each other in your voices. When one of you spoke, the other listened. When I asked a question or shared a thought. Neither of you dominated the conversation. Humor was always a huge part of our time together. Jennifer was often surprised by what a good memory Louis had. High on the list of what I noticed is that you like each other. You two are the best of friends. And no relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic, will survive if you don't like each other. I also believe that there is a very strong emotional bond between the two of you that no person, place, or thing can penetrate. Then, of course, I wanted to hear your story. How you met. What was the path that brought you to today? You two definitely have history. You met during your high school years. You became fast friends, which turned into 10 months of dating. Then Louis. Came Valentine's Day. Then came Valentine's Day, a day for couples to celebrate their love. But Louis, you broke up with her. You actually broke up with Jennifer on Valentine's Day, Louis. Lucky for you, she does not hold long grudges, because 16 years later, you reconnected on MySpace. Do you remember MySpace? Thank goodness for the internet, and thank goodness for Jennifer's forgiveness. Your first conversation on the phone lasted till 6 a.m. the next morning. I asked Jennifer and Louis, why do you want to marry the person? What do you love about them so much that you want to spend the rest of your life with them? And I do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it has them stop and take time to focus on what's important to them. More so, I do it because rarely do we share with our mates why we love them and why we want them in our lives. It's good to take note of that once in a while. Louis said, I love the way she makes me a better man. I love how she looks at me just before we kiss. I love her unselfishness. I love that she lets me be myself around her. I love that she gave me a second chance. Jennifer said this. He's thoughtful. He puts others' needs even before his own. He is sensitive. When I'm not feeling well, he takes care of me and checks to see if I'm okay and if I need anything. He knows me. We grew up together, so he knows all of my likes and dislikes. How we communicate. He can tell just by a look how I feel. Sometimes he can be like a kid. I am too. The vows you're about to speak are a way of saying to one another, you know, all of those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it all. I meant every word. Look at one another now. Remember this time. Remember this moment. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, even teacher. I'm sure you've learned much from the other over the years. Now you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you will say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. I'd like you to join hands. Louis, please repeat after me. I, Louis, take you, Jennifer, to be my wife.
I, Louis, take you, Jennifer, to be my wife.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I promise to love you.
I promise to love you.
Comfort you.
Comfort you.
Honor and protect you.
Honor and protect you.
Until death takes us apart.
Until death takes us apart.
Jennifer, please repeat after me. I, Jennifer, take you, Louis, to be my husband.
I, Jennifer, take you, Louis, to be my husband.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
I promise to love you.
I promise to love you.
Comfort you.
Comfort you.
Honor and protect you.
Honor and protect you.
Until death takes us apart.
Until death takes us apart.
May I have the rings, please? Oh, you. Your wedding rings are precious. because you wear them with love. They symbolize your commitment to marriage. They symbolize your commitment to each other. As you wear them, let them reflect not only who you are as individuals, but who you are as a couple. Louis, as you place the ring on Jennifer's finger, please repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and commitment.
and commitment.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I give you my heart,
I give you my heart,
as I have no greater gift to give.
as I have no greater gift to give.
Jennifer, as you place the ring on his finger, I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and commitment.
and commitment.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I give you my heart,
I give you my heart,
as I have no greater gift to give.
as I have no greater gift to give.
You've chosen to incorporate the sand ceremony. Before you met, your lives were on separate roads, each going different directions and leading to different destinations. Now today you find yourself standing together at the entrance of a new path and will forever join your separate journeys into one. Behind me, there are 2 containers of sand. Each represents the separate journeys you once were on, as well as your own sets of friends and families. In a moment, I will ask you to both blend your individual containers of sand together, representing the coming together of your friends and family through your marriage. As the sand is blended, your once solitary journeys will now be one of companionship as you walk a single path together in your future. As you begin your married life, hold close to the words spoken today. To make your relationship work will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why we are here today. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your marriage deserves. When frustration and difficulty attack your marriage, as they do in every relationship that we have in life, focus on what still seems right between you, not what's wrong. The sun may disappear behind a cloud for a moment, but the sun always reappears. The sun always, always reappears. I trust most of you here have seen the movie When Harry Met Sally. In that movie, Billy Crystal says this: when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, You want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. Louis, Jennifer, your as soon as possible starts right now because you've committed yourselves to each other in marriage by the power vested in me by the state of Washington. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Louis, you may kiss this beautiful bride.
Jen, where are you guys going?
Rev me up, my little buttercup. Freaky tuck, she snuggle up.
good time tonight? First off, I'd like to thank Lou here. I'm the best man for Lou here. Thank you very much for giving me this honor.
And that's come on.
I'd also like to give recognition to the wedding party here. We've all done a lot of work getting things together. Also, like to thank all the attendants who have been giving us everything that we need.
Come on, Paul, get this drink.
No, I'm not a public speaker. So, I met Jennifer about, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
In the Navy. And from that point on, I met Lou about 10 years ago. We hit it off pretty good, so became really good friends. Shared a lot of good memories together. A lot of fun times, a lot of hard times, a lot of weird times. Mario Kart people, live it. So,
What's one of the
What's your
best
notes?
times you've had?
Don't you have
Best
notes?
time. Best time. Story. That you can think
I'd say that one of the
story.
best
One-
memories that I have with
one
Jennifer
best.
and Lou.
Clean.
No.
Funny memory.
Times we spent actually going out to the doggy park with the children. Mocha, Bell Bell. Letting them run around, having our picnic. It's one of the fun times. One of the good times. So,
You got it, Paul. Come on. Come on.
so I'd like everybody to raise their glasses.
I don't think everyone's got
Does
glasses
everyone
yet.
have their
Everybody
champagne
got
yet?
glasses yet?
Not yet. We'll wait till we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll let Michelle talk first.
Alright.
You're my Disney. Wait a minute.
I'm
good here. Wait,
Put
we
it
got
down, put it
everyone
down.
good.
I'll
Got everyone's got them yet.
Oh, okay. So you gotta keep on going, Paul. Sorry.
Let Michelle
No.
talk.
Where's your note card? Where's your note card?
It's in my pocket and I'm looking at it.
It's okay, I'm gonna use my cell phone. I wrote mine, I just have to read it. And it's written in baby blue too.
Oh, remember that one time we actually went to Seattle?
Pencil?
Yeah.
I know, right?
So we actually introduced Lou over to the alternative community. Got him over there and got him into a nice club. He had fun. I really did.
Neighbors.
Alright. Now I know y'all actually met back in high school and took several years apart from each other. But thank God it's a way of bringing y'all back together.
I know.
So Jen, Lou, I'm so happy for both of y'all that y'all finally got back together and have finally got married.
I know, right?
I wish the very best for you, and here is to so many more years to come. I'm now going to pass this microphone over to the lovely lady Michelle.
All right.
I'm my day. Well, I'm Michelle, Jennifer's much, much younger sister. Only 2.5 weeks. First off, I'd like to tell my sister how beautiful she looks tonight. I hope that she feels as beautiful as she looks, because she looks amazing.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of her.
We got you, girl.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Michelle. I'm Jennifer's younger sister, as I said. I want to thank you all for coming. Some of you traveled from far, like Florida and California, to be here today so we can celebrate the love of these two special people. It's amazing to see all these people in this room who love Jen and Lou as they embark on their new adventure. Congrats to my sister and my new brother-in-law. We love you. No, not yet. Well, you and I can cheers. Okay.
No.
Lou?
Right.
You can talk to him. You gotta talk now. Alright? It's your turn. You don't have to. There.
Go ahead.
Did anyone else want to say a few words, I think?
Lord.
There you go, Tracy.
That's a much better look for it.
Your mama.
And that's one of our jokes right there, your mama. Hi, I'm Tracy. I'm one of Jennifer's best friends. We've been friends since 1995. Now I'm dating us, I'm sorry.
You're older, Mom.
Yes, I'm not your mom. Your mom's back there in the pink outfit looking pretty. Jennifer, I know for a fact that your second marriage is going to be better than mine. And we got to find my third one.
Married my age.
Yeah, that's true. If you find somebody that's actually your age, it usually works. My ex-husband is 10 years younger than me. God help me. Anyway, I remember how excited I was when Jennifer told me about Lou. Now I'm going to cry. And I was like, wait a minute, the guy you dated in high school that broke with you on Valentine's Day? Oh, that's saying Lou? You know you're never going to live that down, right?
Oh, I know.
Okay, I'm just making sure you know. Let's see, I met Paul when we were all stationed in Hawaii. So I knew Jennifer from Hawaii. We were stationed there, and she taught me what a real best friend is. We had some ups and downs. And I learned the hard way what a best friend is. And she forgave me like she forgave Lou. So, I wish y'all the best. I wish y'all the best in your continuing love story. I am so glad that I got to come here from North Carolina. But I'm from Georgia. So, and I'm glad they all got to come and enjoy this day with them. Woo!
Anybody else want to say something? Everyone got the glass.
Sanjay, I know you got something. Sanjay, I know you got some stories. Let's share with us. No? You ain't gonna put him on blast like that?
All right, know better.
Lou wanted to address all of the guests, so I will go ahead and hand it off to them. So let's give it up for the real man.
Yeah, we got this.
How's everyone doing tonight? Good time? So, I just want to say thank you for all coming and sharing me and Jen's happy day. It's a long time coming. So we've been back together for like 10 years after, you know, the story that you've all heard about broken out. It's all water under the bridge. So, I know.
Yeah, right? I tell them how your jaw clicks still.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So back before we got back together, I was always telling myself that, you know, I was kicking myself for letting Jen go. And I always had the hope that one day I'd ever get a chance to get back with her. I won't let her go this time. So this time she's not going anywhere. Yes, I put a ring on it this time. So I just want to thank family and friends for coming, and You have anything you want to say?
No.
Of course not.
She's about as good a public speaker as I am.
I'm just winging it, so, you know. So, everyone got their glass? Woo! Woo! So, this is Jen.
Yeah!
Thank you for being my wife. I love you. Let's hope let's have all our lives together.
You Jewish in here?
Put it up over her shoulder.
Smash it in his face.
Now what do you use that?
I know how to work.
And that keeps there, you'll put it in.
Come out.
You gotta know how to cut.
I know how to duck it. I don't know how to.
Right off like it's gonna come loose.
Yeah, right? Yeah. There you go. Hey, just roll with that. Just roll with that. Yep, there you go. Roll with it.
Let me change that chain. Sorry, Jim. We didn't want to wreck it. It could have been on.
There you go. Yep.
So we're gonna play the shoe game. I am gonna ask a question. Now, they agree about everything, right?
Maybe.
So we're gonna see how well they know each other. I will ask a question, and they will raise the paddle for the person who they believe most fits the question. We'll do one practice question. Now we know who's taller, right? So who's the tallest? They got one right. Okay, so you guys all understand how it works. So now I'm gonna get out of the way and ask the questions, and we'll see how many of they get right. Okay. First question: who is the better driver? They're doing pretty good. Who has the least amount of tickets? Who's up first in the morning? Who takes the longest to get ready? Who wears the pants in the relationship? So who makes all the decisions? Who has to pay for those decisions? Who is the messiest? Who spends more money?
Who what?
Who spends more money? They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
That's if it's on clearance or not.
Who does the most cooking?
None of us.
Even.
Who's the better cook? Who holds their liquor the best? Who likes to sleep the most? Who usually makes the first move? Who is the best storyteller? Who is most likely to eat dessert before breakfast? And our last question, who do you love more than anyone else in the world?